Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Wednesday, 23rd July 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. Yesterday, we had all gone with bullish undertone in our mind, but the market surprised us by having the opening as the high and then it just came down. Uh, so if you simply see where the graph was yesterday, it opened high, and that was the opening is high, which is not a good sign generally. It bottomed out around 11 and 11:45 and then tried to go up. But you see, on Tuesdays, I've observed that the market is very difficult for the bulls because invariably the option sellers or straddle sellers, they come into play, especially in the last half an hour because of the Sensex. So I don't know exactly what is happening there, who is taking what positions, but generally I've seen last second half of the day, as far as the Sensex is concerned, it's down, and therefore the overall market also is down. So that is what happened yesterday. We somehow escaped, though we had taken long positions. We continue to take long positions, and the overall trend was very, very bad. Before I go further, let me thank my close friend Mr. Mani, who observes me every day, and he says I should not come on the video with my t-shirts, especially my running t-shirts, and he says, why don't you dress up properly? So the last 2 days, I'm trying to dress up properly. Hope if Mani is listening to it, he will appreciate my new color shirt. He's making me open up my wardrobe. So yesterday, coming on serious note, Nifty closed below 25,100. Eternal, that is Zomato, shot up for the second day in a row, which is very surprising. But then liquidity is driving this stock, though fundamentally it doesn't have any justification. Mid caps and small caps. In fact, all the indices ended in red, which was quite sad. Advanced declines, outnumbered advances, 4 is to 3. PSU banks were the top loser. Again, I don't know why Canara Bank, which you hold, and PNB, both of them led the losses. But we bought yesterday Canara Bank. Again, we'll continue to buy Canara Bank because we don't believe that there is any problem there. Pharma was down 3 days in a row. Granules and Aurobindo led the fall. IT fell second day in a row. Bank Nifty dropped below 56,800. FMCG, which we are very bearish on, closed down third session in a row. ITC is poorly, and metal snapped a 3-day rise, dragged by Jindal Stainless and Adani Enterprises. After our close, the US markets did very well. Dow went up by 179 points. Nasdaq was lower. General Motors really plunged 8% on tariff-driven earnings warning. Lockheed Martin dropped 11%. And then aftermarket, Trump announced a new trade deal with Japan, 15% tariffs and $550 billion investment, and Japanese markets have taken off. They were about 1,200 points plus. US futures are up. Everything looks very interesting. Then there was a new deal with Philippines. So I think we will also have a deal in the interim. Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, said that the tariffs with China may get postponed from August 1st to some other date because the negotiations are on. Kospi is trading flat. It is the focus on Japan and to some extent on Hong Kong. Gold and silver moved up steadily, and silver now is moved to 39 plus. So once it breaks the all-time high, which is 30, not all-time high, for the last 14-year high, which is 39.71, which we achieved yesterday actually, then I think we are looking at 40 to 44. I would say 44 should be the next target. Brent oil is steadily coming down at 69, and dollar index is flat at 97. FIIs continue to sell this month. Cumulatively, they have sold about 22,000 crores. Please note that they have been buying since March, April, May, June. 4 months buying, and now this month they are selling. So unlikely that they'll buy so much that they will offset it and make a fifth month in a row. But DI is bought heavily, and finally 1,700 crores is the net institutional investment. Interesting reports yesterday on corporates. KEI Industries came up with very good results. Revenue up by 25% and profit after tax up by 31%. Please note, KEI industry represents building, real estate, infrastructure, and if KEI is beginning to do well, then it will be applicable to polycab and many other ancillary industries, not ancillary, I would say secondary industries, which will be benefited by rise in our infrastructure. Uh, so what are the stocks which one can watch today? Dixon is again come with very good results. Paytm turnaround story here, but I'm not very sure about the numbers because they look good at first glance, but really they're not that great. So what fate it will happen, I don't know. United Breweries also not great results, but it could be positive because they've been down. And the also there's a trade deal happening today or tomorrow between India and the UK. So these things may get affected positively or sometimes even negatively. JSW Infra again came with very good results. So we should see some positivity in JSW Infra. Zensar, not great, but just okay. So that's neutral. Negative is broking stocks because NSE has come up with guidelines as far as algo, retail algo. So then margin of broking houses is likely to come down, is what the market feels. So as I said, the UK, India, UK FTA likely on July 24th. So there will be a sectoral boost. JLR, Tata Motors may get benefited. Liquor and textiles also are likely to get benefited. But I feel in liquor, if you allow it, then I think the UK brands will come. So there will be competition here. So I'm not very sure why people are thinking it is positive. Infosys results are there today. So we have to see what happens. Oberoi Realty, they come up with some reasonably good results. So that should be in the focus. So today the results are of Infosys, Reddy's Lab, Tata Consumer. Reddy's Lab, I feel, will come with good results because they've been steadily growing. We on an intraday basis, we are continuously buying Reddy's Lab, and we have been okay successful. Infosys, I'm not too sure. Maybe, it will not come out as bad as results as people expect. So, which means the market, the sector itself may have a small, sharp turnaround for some days. But overall, I'm not very convinced. Tata Consumer will give us a good indication of what FMCG is doing. And the today others stocks, other companies are Mahindra Holidays, Persistent, Coforge. Coforge should come up with good results. Syngene, whatever results it comes with, Biocon will get affected. Biocon has got a big stake in Syngene. And then you have Thyrocare, which will be interesting to watch. And then SRF. SRF is another one which will dictate how the chemical companies will perform. So today we see the Gift Nifty higher, so 73.10, so 73 points. So one never knows. Gift Nifty can show anything, but I feel slowly and steadily the market, you'll have to climb the ladder and then you can sit on the bull. You have to be very patient, but clearly the bulls will prevail as they're prevailing in many sectors. Bank Nifty, they're doing well. Nifty also is not bad, though it has got one on a daily basis. One can never judge it, but I believe strongly that the trend is up. Though there are a lot of skeptics, they're thinking it will come down to 24,000 and then only go to 26,000. So that's all. It's a point of view. I'm basing my view on data, which tells me that better days are ahead, bullish days are ahead. The beginning of the bull is there. It started in February end, and I think it will continue for some more time to come, at least till the budget. So whatever you do today, I hope is successful. Thank you for